Hi, this is Mark Dykes, trustee at Wickham Homeless Connection, with a short video to help volunteers easily modify their profile. Um, we start out on the Wickham Homeless Connection website, and we want to log in to Service. So under the volunteer section here, we go to Volunteer Service Portal, and we choose the volunteer login to Service. And now we're going to be asked for our login credentials. And I'm a volunteer for this purpose here. I'm called Test E. That's my name. So your name would be here, and you just put in your password, which your browser might actually remember on your behalf. But if not, then you enter your password and hit the login button. And we see a welcome message, which will, in the fullness of time, disappear. But for right now, we just close it and move on. And we arrive here at our volunteer homepage, the portal, and we click on the link, which is allowing us to modify our profile. View or update volunteer profile information. That is where we're going to click. So that will take us into our profile. Now, it could be actually that you will arrive here directly if the system thinks that you need to update your profile. On login, you might be taken here directly. You might skip the home page and the link, but this is where you get to. And first of all, we see there's some contact details in here. They're made up in this particular case. We scroll down and we have some emergency contact details. Now, the reason for having that, we never used to in past years, but if you have a problem while you're at a WHC session, and we need to know who to call to take away your body, right? That's basically it. So this is where referees might have gone in. I'm already approved. But here we come to volunteer groups, and this is very important, and it's essential for the night shelter. Now, if you're offering one night in night shelter, which I am here, for example, see how I'm scrolling down to see all the different options. I've offered one night, and that is good because within one night I'm under the control of one organizer, so I can offer all the dates that I could conceivably do, and they will take ownership of my frequency, which you might see down here is weekly. Actually, that's all that they can offer. But if, for example, I said I was only fortnightly, then the group leader would make sure that they would only schedule me once every 2 weeks because I would be under the control of that one group leader and they could do that. And this is true whether it is weekly, fortnightly, or indeed monthly. By the way, if you're offering monthly, please don't just offer the first week of the month. If everybody who is offering monthly it just puts down the first week of the month, then the group leader has, no option really. You can only use them then, and that's not very good for trying to create a balanced plan. Put in all the dates you can do, and the group leader will spread you across the month, and your frequency will be respected. Now, if you're offering twice weekly, right, the frequency there, then bless you. That's fantastic. You can actually offer 2 nights because then each group leader will be confident that they can schedule you weekly. That's all that they can do weekly, and you'll still hit that twice weekly offered frequency. That'd be fantastic. Now, if you put in more nights, right, here's the thing. No one organizer, no one group leader can see everything that you're offering to be able to respect your frequency. They can't do that because they can't see that you have offered multiple nights. Now, you may put in more nights, and we know that some people may have to do that in order to suit their work pattern. But here's the thing, you will need to only offer dates that meet your desired frequency, which therefore gives no flexibility whatsoever to the group leaders. And that is why one night is a preferred option, or two if you can do twice weekly. Okay, so I'm going to revert to doing one night. And next down here, we have the roles offered, right? I've offered hosting, cooking, and shift leadering, which is quite ambitious, really, but there we go. By the way, if you offer hosting, when you sign up for a shift, do please offer to be a reserve host as well. That will make life easier for the group leader. I mean, the group leader might suss out that if you've offered a role of hosting, or if you've offered a shift of hosting, then you probably do a reserve host as well. But that's extra brain load on the poor group leader. And the same applies to cooking, actually. If you offer cooking, then please do offer to be a reserve cook as well. If you offer a shift leading role, and let's imagine you did that, well, we hope that you would not be so proud, and you'd actually be happy to be a host as well. So frequency, I think we kind of covered that actually. Well, this is where it belongs down here. I'm going to put myself back to a weekly and scroll on further down. What else do we have? Well, we have places here where we can enter some first aid training. I'm going to imagine I had some first aid training certificate. What date shall we have? 1/11/24. Yeah, so that's where that kind of information goes. And other skills and experience, well, whatever you've got really in there. Down here, place of worship, if you'd like to declare it, or I don't belong, or I prefer not to say, whatever, you can put in. It's useful for us to know that actually, because if we know a place of worship that has got some plenty of volunteers in it, then we can arrange to go and speak and raise the visibility of that activity in the church and build a bit of a relationship. That's the only reason we collect that. And here's where we ask for your willingness to receive communications, our supporter communications, rather than specifically volunteer ones. And we hope they want them because it's how that you will hear what you are helping to accomplish. Now, further down here, we have date of birth. Now, we have a reason for asking this, actually, and that is that it will enable us to handle in the fullness of time young volunteers in future, and that date will allow us to direct them only to those activities that are suitable for young volunteers. So please don't be shy about that. And then finally, update volunteer information. Click that and you'll get a volunteer successfully updated message at the top. That's how we get the updated information into the system. So that's basically it. How you modify your volunteer profile. I just want to finish by thanking you very much for everything you're doing to volunteer. Bye now.